WLS. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a beautiful spring afternoon. Apparently, it was 27, yes, I repeat, 27 degrees Celsius. Here in the southern hemisphere, we were experiencing very wonderful and beautiful summer like weather, but unfortunately, it was temporarily dimmed by a few rain showers, lightning, and thunderstorms. But shortly after, about almost an hour, the sky cleared again. So now we are experiencing what has to be the most surreal weather experience of all time. Enough of that BS. Look, it's me, your favorite, the honorable and the dignified parliamentarian himself, the minister, has returned, and the sun is shining on my face, on my face. No, it's not. Well, actually, it is. So I ain't hating on you, God, and we are back with another video. I just want to say this video is proudly brought to you WLS. If you don't know where that comes from, brother man, sisters, like all my lovely young parliamentarians out there, what have you been doing all your lives? You have to remember that. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into this video, and this video that we are about to jump into right now is Gen Z is completely screwed and nobody cares by Jefferson Tradcon. Tradcon? Yeah, anyway, yeah, I already watched this video and I thought it was really intriguing, so let's just jump into it.
Alright, let's talk about it. Gen Z. The generation that everyone loves to fucking shit on. I mean, they're lazy, entitled, on their phones too much, don't want to work. Yeah. Alright.
By the way, I'm Gen Z. Oh yeah, and don't be alarmed by the footage, guys. This is just what he does. Like every other YouTuber who games does. Anyway,
Right, just hear me out. Maybe the reason Gen Z is struggling is because they're stepping into adulthood at the exact same time the American system was lit on like a fucking dumpster fire and is collapsing like a cheap folding chair. Remember when older generations bought houses back in their early 20s? Back when wages matched the cost of living? Back when you could work a normal job and live a normal life? Yeah, that's gone. Gen Z walked into rent doubling, groceries skyrocketing, wages
by the way, I'm sure it's like this everywhere in the world, not just in the U.S. Yeah, cause brother man out here is talking about the U.S. Anyway.
frozen, savings non existent, jobs disappearing, house prices at a luxury resort. Economists call this tightening economic conditions. Normal people call it being screwed. And instead of fixing it, politicians act like Gen Z just needs to grind harder. Like the problem is work ethic, not the fact that the entire economy is just held together with duct tape and fucking denial. And God forbid
Dude.
Washington is asked to invest in affordable housing, better schools, lowering tuition, modern infrastructure, American jobs, and suddenly the government becomes penny pinching minimalist. Oh, we're broke. We can't afford that. But ask for billions in foreign aid? Sure, no problem. Here's 60 billion, 80 billion, 100 billion. Do you want that in cash or wrapped with a fucking ribbon around it? And have you ever noticed how every foreign country gets treated better than actual Americans? It's like Washington has a VIP guest list and the US isn't even on the list.
When I heard that, I just thought there is no way this is happening to the USA. I instantly thought about South Africa because my bro, even though he was born in the US, yeah, funny enough, my dude who draws, just like me, he right now is currently in the Republic of South Africa. And man, the economic state of that country is, completely bananas. It is kaput, it is finito, it is finished. But anyway, enough about that. So, if That is the economic state of the US and of South Africa. You best believe this is happening everywhere around the world, not just in these two countries I mentioned. Anyway,
We're out here struggling to buy groceries and pay rent, but politicians are rolling out the red carpet like, welcome, welcome, free billions for you, complimentary upgrades, missile systems, economic packages, anything else? Would you like a warm towel, mints, a foot job, a blow job? America is basically the sugar daddy of world politics, except the sugar daddy can't afford its own rent. Gen
and who help its own citizens. Bastards.
Z was told the same thing every day growing up. Go to college. It's the only way to succeed. So they did. Now what? 200K in debt, a degree that nobody needs,
Right?
unpaid internships offered as experience, companies demanding 5 years of experience for entry level jobs, starting salaries that can't even cover their rent or grocery bills. Meanwhile, the same politicians who pushed the college as mandatory narrative can't even regulate the tuition scam that they helped create.
Real quick. My, how many of my bros? Like, three of my bros right now, including my art bro. So that's four guys. Had applied for like over 100 jobs. No one replied. Can you believe that madness? I sure can. With everything going the way that it is, I sure can.
Gen Z didn't break higher education, they got tricked by a system that turned their future into a business model. And to top it all off, the AI revolution is right here before our very eyes. AI is replacing entry level jobs, big companies like Apple and Amazon are cutting off staff, middle class careers are disappearing, and the jobs that do exist pay less than your grandparents made in the 80s. Gen Z is entering the workforce during the highest consumer prices in 40 years, the highest debt in American history, the highest rent increase ever recorded, and people seriously wonder why they're stressed. It isn't the worth ethic issue, it's the rigged economy with no clear path upward. Here
Oh, what you just saw right there is like since the 19 what? The 1980s? Yeah. Anyway,
Here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to face. The American dream didn't die naturally. It was sold, rented out, auctioned off piece by piece by corrupt politicians, corrupt lobbyists, global interests, foreign governments, Wall Street parasites. They profit, Gen Z pays the price. We went from a country where a job could support a family to a country where two jobs can't support one person. That wasn't an accident, it was a business decision. I mean, when the government prioritizes foreign aid, corporate bailouts, endless wars, global projects over American families, American workers, American communities, American youth, guess who gets crushed? Gen Z. This generation is the first in modern history expected to have a worse life than their parents. Not because they wanted to, not because they're lazy, but because the system is stacked against them from day one. America First policies are not about nationalism, they're about not letting an entire generation get sacrificed so the political elite can fund their fucking pet projects. So, yeah, Gen Z isn't asking for a revolution, we're not asking for socialism or fascism, we're not asking for a fucking utopia. We just want affordable rent, stable jobs, the ability to buy a house someday, maybe when we're not 60, a country that doesn't treat us like the afterthought, and leaders who put Americans first. That's not radical, that's what used to be the norm. Every generation has had it before us. Gen Z just wants the same chance. So, yeah, Gen Z screwed, but not because of who we are. We're screwed because the people in charge spent decades running this country like a piggy bank for the whole world except its own fucking citizens. Hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for the next one, and always America first, baby.
and that's it for the video. Now to see the comments. Hold on. And here are the comments. Alright, so as you can see, that's me over there. Alright, no one. Cricket sounds. My mind after hearing a random YouTube creator that the US hearing from a random YouTube creator that the U.S. government treats foreign countries much better than their own citizens. Yeah. Timestamp was 1 minute to 25 seconds and 1 minute and 35 seconds. Yeah, this is gonna lose my mind. Dude. Oh, dude. That's the Republic of South Africa, aka the Banana Republic, or South A. All day, my chum. Yeah. Sorry about that. And with what my boy has been telling me, that's my art, bro. It has been getting a whole lot worse. That country has has that country has been nicknamed. I forgot to say been nicknamed, and I kid you not, the devil's playground. Got a reply from my man Jefferson over here. Let's see what he gotta say. Dude, what are you smoking? You type like a man who thinks he's breaking global news from his bedroom. Well, gotta hope that gotta hope America's not next. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to this bro later. Hit him with the likes. Totally agree with that. As a Gen Z person myself, I can totally relate with that. And adults are wondering why I'm becoming so political as a freshman in high school. I don't know, maybe because I know my life will be fucked in 3 years when I get out of high school. Jesus Christ. And that's why you don't elect a guy whose businesses have failed every single time. Now, how the hell does this have 24 views? This deserves a mil minimum or a million views. Yeah. Don't forget that our lives, our country, and society as a whole were handed away by our gullible families to unelected bureaucrats. One major which played one major player which Dr. Farsi happens to be part of a certain group of people who get noticed. Oh my god. Because a case of the sniffles managed to get out of a laboratory in Kami land in Asia, not to mention that our borders were non existent during the Biden administration, and Trump, while not doing anything wrong himself, suffers a litany of backstabbing snakes and obstructionists that plague his entire administration. What the hell is going on, man? Oh man. Anyway, you see how bad it is. 24 comments, 230 and 43 views 4 days ago. Yeah. So guys, it's bad. Look, listen. I am your minister. And before I sign out, I just want to leave you with a motivational video. One more time. Yeah, in that sense. Let's just do that.
Go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within. The still small voice within. This is the key. You will find that at a certain point, probably at about 25 to 30 minutes, your mind will go completely clear. And then a flow of ideas will start to flow into your mind. You'll feel energy welling up inside you. And at a precise moment, as you sit there in complete silence, your mind will go clear and wham! Exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time. Go.
Guys, unfortunately, I cannot get into the comments of that video because time is running out, but I love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And it's been your minister, your favorite host with the most. Please support the channel and please go and check this video out. I think it's really informative and really cool. Along with the other video that I just showed you at the end. It's been your minister signing out. Peace!